Well, hello everyone. Yes, it is midday for me, and I do have to go to work tonight. So again, not a long stream. However, I do want to give a few updates. First of all, I have heard that the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, has passed. My heart goes out to obviously the UK people. As I understand, I'm not Brit, but when I understand the Queen and the monarchy is very important to them over there, and I'm sure that they are processing their loss in the way that they all of them are processing their loss in their own way. So I just want to say my heart goes out to them for that. We as Americans never really, understood probably a monarchy very well. I mean, it's bad enough with some of the presidents we've had. But when it comes to at least the Queen of England, she always seemed like she had class. She always seemed like a very, very, respectful person. I mean, granted, she lived a very charmed life, so to speak, very pampered, right? But I mean, whether she was down to earth with the common folk or not really doesn't matter. She seemed like a very decent human being. And I think she was very loved and beloved and respected by the UK people. So I just wanted to say that first. Second thing, the Grifties. Katie hasn't moved much, which I predicted yesterday. Unfortunately, Nick, Rakita, and Chili DeCastro really have a lot of votes. It's going to be hard to overcome that. I don't know if it's even possible at this point, but I'm continuing to try whenever I'm doing stuff and I have some extra downtime. I just look over if I forget, and then I just go to the Grifties, and then I just do this. Remember, you get 10 votes every hour. They reset, and I found out from a person on Twitter that you could also use different platforms, and you could cheat. They encourage cheating. It's all fair. It's kind of like remember the DF of the Y that Red's Rhetoric would do. Cheating is not only encouraged; it's almost mandatory. So all you do is click there. Don't click anything above these two because, again, we want her to surpass these. I mean, these are definitely good nominees. And then you could go for anybody else. I'll just pick like Amber Heard. We'll go with, let's see here. Why is Stephen King? Oh, I thought it was Stephen King and Sean King. Ethan Klein. Yeah, sorry, Ethan. That's all I really care about. I don't really care. Maybe, yeah, Ezra Miller. Yeah, you're a piece of crap. Let's see here. Anybody else? Jesse Lee. Yeah, you got some issues, buddy. That's really it. I don't care about these other people. I don't even know about 90% of these names. And I did find out apparently somebody I know tried to nominate me for this, and unfortunately it was rejected. I'm not good enough for this. I feel a little bit of a slight. I feel almost like I'm not good enough to be on this list with all these other amazing people on here, because there's some actually cool people on here. I mean, it's for fun, it's for laughs, it's for lulz. Now, we all know that Katie Joy is absolutely serious when we say she's a hardcore grifter. I 100% absolutely believe that. But a lot of these names in here, come on. I mean, okay, maybe Tim Pool, Jesse Smollett, sure. But the Umbrella Guy, come on, really? I don't know who Tim Pool's beanie. I don't know who these either are. Yeah, I don't know much about the monarchy stuff at all, and I just never got into it. But like I said, I know they are grieving, and I just want to throw that out there. Because, I'm not a non-empathetic person like some of the psychopaths out there, I know I've been reading some of the tweets, and some of the people that I do care about happen to be British, and, I think it's profoundly affected them. So, anyways, moving on to other things. So, fun fact, I got a message last night from GoFundMe, late last night. Had a little correspondence with them. They perfectly agree that my GoFundMe is perfectly fine, and I have let them know that it is harassment at this point. I have other tickets that I've had in the past. They looked at everything. They have no problem with anything. Here's a fun fact. People may not know this, and I don't know why, because I keep telling them all the time. I do not release everything public for reasons. I have things that nobody has seen. Nobody has seen. That includes Tina. That includes Aaron. That includes Red's Rhetoric. That includes anybody I've ever worked with that I have some financial stuff that they've never seen. Just for these kinds of things. Because I never want to fully show my hand. And so I gave them a bunch of stuff that some people haven't even seen. And yeah, it didn't even take 24 hours and they were fine. Oh, there's my alarm. Give me 1 second. That's my work. I wasn't kidding. Gotta go to work. Oh, that's probably very loud. Let me mute this for a second so I can reposition this. 1 second. There we go. All right. So anyways, yeah. So just to piss off the trolls, if you feel so inclined, and you want to help me recoup the money that I spent, which was $5,000 of my own money. That was above and beyond what I got from my GoFundMe, because I'm still doing legal stuff. I'm still working with attorneys. I'm still been asked to be involved in other lawsuits. I've still spent about $225 a month, just in 2022, just in correspondence with attorneys. So anybody who thinks that I haven't spent a shit ton of money, they're wrong. And I did this in order to try to get justice for everybody, for myself and other people, because at the time there was nobody else around to do it. Toddy Westbrook had given up kind of suing Katie. And I understand why. She wanted Swanson's information. And, of course, Katie folded like a cheap suit because she'll throw anybody under the bus to save her own ass. We all know this. And I don't blame Toddy. But, before there was no Todd Chrisley, there was no 7M. And so, I wanted to show that I could help try to get justice. And, of course, didn't get anywhere near the funding we needed, which, I get it. I really do. But now people have had the audacity to play GoFundMe police and try to say that it was fraudulent fundraiser. Well, who the hell are they to say it was fraudulent when GoFundMe says it's perfectly fine? And they did this to Letitia as well. And they actually put Letitia, I believe, in the hospital for Bell's palsy because of the stress. Well, they can screw off. So what I did was I turned back on the GoFundMe. And like I said, it's perfectly green. It's got that green thing that says perfectly fine. I got a message from GoFundMe says it's what we viewed, everything's fine. It'll be funds be available. So they know now that every time they get a report, all I do is just just message them that, hey, look, go look at these other tickets. Look at this, and it's just harassment at this point. It's absolute harassment, and I let them know that. So if you want to piss off the trolls and you want to help me recoup 2 for 1. Even if it's $1, I don't care. It's not about the money, really, anything else. It's at principle at this point. Just $1 to my GoFundMe. Have a message. Hey, trolls, F off. I'm okay with this. I am totally okay with this. And I want to thank Red's Rhetoric for his kindly donation yesterday. He even posted that it went through. And anybody who donates to my GoFundMe to recoup my $5,000 and continue to try to expose Katie Joy for the... Well, you know what she is. I don't even want to say it. I'm just so frustrated with everything she's done. I have no words. I'm at the point there's no words to describe her any longer. I mean, what else can be said that Renelle hasn't said, or Tia hasn't said, or Aaron hasn't said, or Tina hasn't said? What else could be said about this woman? If people haven't realized by now what she's like, what the hell's wrong with you? But she has cost a lot of people a lot of money, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of stress, families, friends. And enough's enough. Enough's enough. So here's the thing. I'm going to keep this GoFundMe open. And if people want to donate to it just to piss off her and the trolls, I will read every single message that you put in the GoFundMe, as long as it's, not trolling to me, because I don't deal with that. But if you put it something along the lines of, oh, screw the trolls or whatever, I will have another stream and I will read every single one of them just to piss them off. Because, as Nikki says, who do these people think they are that they're the fundraiser frickin' police? I have never been involved ever in a fraudulent fundraiser. As a matter of fact, the only fundraiser that I even remotely was, in fact, fraudulent, I donated $25 to plus a $2.50 tip. I didn't tell anybody about that at the time. Why? Because nobody else's frickin' business. I donated to a lot of things. I donated to a friend of mine who frickin' did have cancer. Not, I think it was last year. A very, very well-known paleontologist that had cancer. Did I tell anybody about it? No. Who gives a shit? Why? Because it's not their freaking business who I donate to. And yes, people say, well, if you're getting donated to, why would you donate to other people? Well, I have my own money as well. I have a slush fund people know about, PayPal stuff that I use for that kind of stuff that I set aside. I just put money in that to set aside for that kind of stuff because I think we should give back, and I give back to people. I've helped people get microphones. I've helped people get Charlie's cords for their tablets and got shit on for it. So yeah, I'm a little bit perturbed because I don't sit there and announce every time that I help somebody. I just don't think it's anybody else's business. But I'm sick and tired of people trying to be the fundraiser police because they can kiss my ass because GoFundMe said it's absolutely fine. We all know it's fine. I've always known it's fine. And I did provide them with more receipts than anybody's ever seen. Because I got bank records, people. Bank records. And unlike Kyle, they're real. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Unlike Kyle Curtis, my bank records are real. And of course, I have my American Express. I have a Platinum Visa card. I've got a debit. I got 3 or 4 credit cards and debit cards. And yes, I use them interchangeably for different things. Why? Because I like to keep my accounts separately. I started with my American Express. Why? Because I get hotel points. I get 3 or 5 times hotel points on on Hilton Hotel. But other times I use my other cards. I have a Chase card. I have a Amazon card. Because if I use it for Amazon, you get money back on that, like 1%. And people know I'm frugal, so I can get $1 back. Yeah, I'm okay with that. People laugh at me with that. Oh, so Steve's cheap. No, I'm frugal. There's a freaking difference, people. Sorry, Suzanne, I love you, but there's a difference. And so yeah, if I can save $1, my dad taught me that. Save $1. Even if I save $10, I would rather spend $10 to give it to somebody on a super chat, which I have. I'm happy to give to Tia and happy to give to other people, especially if they need it for a serious thing for a GoFundMe. I'm happy to donate. I've donated to Reds. I've donated to like I said, the person who had cancer, and so I don't mind that. And that's to me, that's fine. You save the money and you do what the hell you want to do with it. It's your freaking money. But when other people tell other people what to do with their money, they're being trolls. They're being dishonest. They're being what I would call shitlords. And you know what? I will speak out against shitlords. I won't use them by name because they don't need the airtime. They don't need the name recognition. Other people can do it, and they have been doing it. I know Renell's been going hard. And yeah, I will sometimes on this channel, but I will never mention their names on Non-Sequitur Show. But Renell's been going hard. Tia's been going hard. And I think a lot of people in the community have finally realized enough. Who the hell are these people to be saying what other people donate to? Right? And what is not a fraudulent GoFundMe? Well, if you think it's fraudulent, go file a false police report. I don't give a shit. Go. And when it comes back, I will get a copy of that police report. I'll show it to everybody that came back fine. And I would love that. Go for it. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen because GoFundMe has said absolutely it's fine. They even said there's word for word at the last time was, yeah, there's no fraud. There's nothing here kind of thing. So I don't know what the hell they do by getting off by trying to harass me and my GoFundMe. That's what they're doing. But if my GoFundMe was not legit, it would have been taken down. I manually turned off donations. Manually. There's 3 little check boxes you can go in and you can turn them off. Right? And I was going to leave it off. But I was like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm going to turn it on because if they want to harass me and then one person wants to donate $1, that's fine. But it's already happened. I mean, Red's Rhetoric already proved that the GoFundMe is fine by donating $7. He told me it was supposed to be $666, but they won't allow that. So it has to be a whole number. But I'm okay with that. And if somebody donates, great. If they don't, that's fine too. It at least proves that my GoFundMe is absolutely not fraudulent, never has been, never would be. And anybody who says otherwise, I'm absolutely telling you they are lying to you and they're using it for clicks and views, as they say. And I hate that term, clicks and views. But that's what it is. I don't know what else to describe it. I really don't. I really have no idea what other to describe a term. But hey, I'm going to sit here and bash on other people and try to harm them rather than promote good content. That's all they've got. Their entire online presence is trying to go after and harm people. And that I find morally detestable. I really do. When I do a review, I'm talking about the topics. I'm talking about the arguments. There's only a few people online that I detest that I will just talk about regardless. And, obviously Katie Joy is one of them. And then I got people saying, oh, look at the way Steve goes after Katie. I go after her nothing compared to some other people. I hardly even talk about Katie compared to like Tia nowadays or Renell. I mean, give me a break. I want to forget all about this woman. I really freaking do. When I tell you I loathe her, I'm not being hyperbolic. I detest her. Oh, that's my other alarm. Hang on one sec. When I have to get up, I have to get up. But I mean, do you guys blame me for that? Seriously. Do you guys blame me for hating a woman that made so many false allegations against me and other people? I mean, I at least tried to take a stance. I at least tried to do something. That was more than most people even did. You know, I put my money where my mouth is. I spent $5,000, $5,000 of my own money above and beyond what I got back on the GoFundMe in order to get justice. And I'm still trying to get justice. I'm still working with attorneys. I'm still working with other lawsuits. I'm still doing as much as I can to help people get justice. And that's more than a lot of people did. Because they'll sit there and they'll, talk about Katie Joy, but when it comes to, put into the pedal to the metal and their money where their mouth is, they don't. And that's fine. They don't have to. But at least I was willing to do that. T. King says the GoFundMe worked 5 minutes. Now let me see here. Yeah, and I know it will, by the way. But you want me to read your thing now? I'll read it both. If you've got a message, I'll read both of them. I'll read it now and then I'll read it on the next stream. Let me see here. We go in here. We go in there. It might take a few seconds to catch up here. Okay. T. King donated $10 just now. But no message. No message. I don't see a message. But I am going to say thank you very much. Thank you, King. Thank you. And by my I typed that really fast, but you'll know. But I always thank people. Oh, I'm just going to say KH. I don't want to give up people's names. But I don't see a message. But KH donated $5 7 minutes ago. Thank you, KH. Oh, look. It works. Screw trolls. And I just put screw trolls. There you go, KH. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm going to promote my GoFundMe. I'm going to promote it for, I don't know, maybe a couple days, maybe a week. I don't know, maybe a month. Who the hell knows? Okay. That's Chillin' Angel. Okay, I didn't want to give you a real name. I'm not Katie. I don't dox people. Okay. But where do I see messages? Let me see here. Let me view the fundraiser. I don't see any messages. What am I suck at this. I am the world's worst grifter. I swear to God. That's why I couldn't get nominated for the Grifties, I guess. But it came back rejected because they I guess they know who I am. And they came back a message saying, like, this person is not in the spirit of this person is not in the spirit of the Grifties or something like that. So I don't know how they know me, but they know me or something like that, because I don't know why that came up the way. How do I look at the messages? I really don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I just left a message on the donation link. Okay, but where is it? I swear to God, I do not know what the hell I'm doing here. Because it just says, because I see other messages, like Aaron left me a message 7 months ago. But I don't see one from you. Can you put the message in the live chat and then I'll read it there? Because I honestly don't see in the message. Oh, there we go. Here we go. She says, here we go. 9 minutes ago. Second time I've donated. Yes, Steve Haters. I have no problem donating to Steve. Thank you. Now it came up. Thank you. Now, let me ask you guys this. Who do you think knows more about GoFundMes? GoFundMe or shitty freaking people trying to say things are fraud raisers? Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether I get $5, $10, $100, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. It doesn't matter what I get. It still works. It still works, and that's the point. Everything I've ever done is just show these people are lying to you. That's all that freaking I've ever tried to do. With Katie, with everybody else, all the trolls, all the uni stands, all of them. Hey, T. King, put a message in there. Put a message in the live chat, and I'll read it out. But that's all I've ever tried to do. That's what you guys have tried to do too. That's why a lot of you do what you do. You're not in it for the freaking views and the money. You're in it to get justice for people. You're in it because you actually care. I know Nikki cares. I know she does. So I really want to know from the live chat, who gives these people the right to play internet police when all they're doing is harassing people? It is absolute harassment. So yes, I'm leaving my GoFundMe open just to show anti-bullying. Just to show anti-harassment. And if you want to support me on that, then yeah, donate to my GoFundMe because it's recouping legal fees. And like I said, I was spending $225 a month. That's just for correspondence. You guys have no idea how expensive a lawyer is. It's not cheap, even to just an email of them. Now luckily my other lawyer from a non sequitur show is now on a fixed retainer. I don't have to pay that. Okay, so that's a huge thing on that. Stephen Cray, scroll the GoFundMe messages. You can see my first message back 9 months ago. I said that I joined the lobster cult. Let me check. 9 months ago. See more. 9 months ago. And by the way, did you get a thanks from me 9 months ago? I'm looking 9 months ago. What is it under? I got vegan core atheist. Under 9 months ago. It would be under Autistic Shill, wouldn't it? Shoot. Honestly, I'm not seeing it, but you know what? I'm looking at all these and it says thank again, thank again, thank again, thank again, thank again, thank again, thank again. Oh, that means I sent thank you messages to every single one of you that sent me a donation. Because I do appreciate everything that people do. I appreciate every member that I have. I appreciate every subscriber that I have. I appreciate every mod that I have. I appreciate every donation that I get, that PayPal, anything I get. I always get back to that person and thank them. And you all know that. And he said I've donated 3 times and I'm happy to help. Steve deserves justice, Cascade. I appreciate that. I really, honest to God, do. I mean, I'm just blown away that it's taken this long for the community to get together and say enough's enough. How long's on for? I can't go very long. I got to go to work soon. I mean, I've already gotten ready though, but I'm drinking my coffee right now. I was so wired last night. I bought 4 rock stars at 240 milligram of caffeine each, the silver ones, which are so good. Oh my God, they were so refreshing. And I drank 2 of them. So that was 500, about 550 milligrams of caffeine. And I don't know if you know about anything about caffeine, but that's like, that's like a small dose of amphetamine kind of stuff. I mean, it's amphetamine. I think it's like 500, 600 is considered a small dose. I looked up caffeine, and the half-life of caffeine is 5 hours. That's a lot. That means in 5 hours, half the caffeine still stays in your system, right? So if you had 100 milligram caffeine, 5 hours later, you still have 50 worth, right? So I had 500 milligrams. So 5 hours later, I had 250, and then 5 hours later, I had 125, which was 10 hours later. So I was pretty wired. Reds Rhetoric says, hey, Steve, I just donated $7 more. Oh, my God. Thank you, Reds Rhetoric. Let me see here. I'm just refreshing. Reds Rhetoric donated $7. He didn't have a message, but I'm going to say a message for him. Hey, trolls and haters and people trying to falsely claim GoFundMes are fraudulent and put people in hospitals like they did with Letitia, piss off. Thank you, my but ugly friend. You guys don't know, he really is ugly. I'm just kidding. Nikki's like, you're nuts. But yeah, I mean, I'm serious. I'm so happy though. People, you know what's so funny though? I think a lot of people wouldn't have started recognizing this if I didn't happen to initiate a lawsuit against Katie Joy, right? I mean, I wanted to show people that we had had enough, that she had filed 3 false TROs against 3 people, all of them dropped, that she had abused the legal system, that her vexatious nature was, oh, I'm going to silence people by lying about them. And she did just that. She lied about me. She lied about Tina. She lied about Aaron. She lied about Todd Chrisley. She lied about 7M. She's lied about all these people. And it's going to bite her because, as you guys know, my lord did a deep analysis of the 7M lawsuit. And he's pretty confident that they're going to pretty much win, everything. I mean, think about it. Think about things that she had done. I mean, with them, she had torturous interference. She affected their relationship with, what was the LA Clippers? They can prove all that, and they're going for blood. And I know for a fact Todd Chrisley is out for blood. He is not going to settle. He wants her to pay. Yes, he has, in the Christian sense, kind of forgiven her a bit, but certainly not forgotten, and certainly not going to give up, getting justice for him and his family. And I understand his Christianity. I do get it. I understand why he, says he's what he says. It's consistent with his beliefs. But he's definitely not, going to ever concede to her. He wants her to pay and pay through the teeth. And I think he's going to get it. And I do honestly think he's going to get a new trial, or even maybe not even a new trial. Maybe just set aside. Maybe just vacate the thing altogether, because there was, from what I understand, 2 violations of the Brady rule. And if there's 2 violations of the Brady rule and the prosecution did not turn over all the exculpatory or any evidence they were supposed to turn over, he has every grounds for appeal. And I think he will get his appeal. Again, I'm not a lawyer and I could be completely wrong, but from what I understand, there are 2 violations of the Brady rule. That it only would take one, I would think, if it was significant enough to overturn. But again, I'm not Emily Baker, so I have no idea. I'm not trying to pretend to be a lawyer like, Katie Joy, who is an expert in law, medicine, science, everything. She's just an expert in everything. Just ask her. Somebody says, why so angry? Oh, no, this is not anger. Oh, no. People have seen me angry, and it hasn't happened in a very long time. This is not angry. I was more like righteous indignation more than anything. Because, and anything, I'm happy. I am happy because there are people that are taking up the mantle. So I don't have to, because I want to get back to my other stuff, man. I haven't focused on non sequitur as much as I should. I'm working a lot. And it's hard. It's hard to have shows and plan it out and get guests and know what days you have off. It's really difficult, guys, but I'm trying. But I will tell you on this Friday, it's going to be fun. I got G-Man versus the world, and you're all the world. So it's going to be a free-for-all, man. G-Man's a character, man. I get my history with him, and there's some things I'm not a fan of by any means, and I think he's absolutely scientifically illiterate. But I'm gonna try to give him a shot, I guess. Because he's never really gone personal with me, and I respect that. We've known each other very, 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 very long time. But he's just not good at any of this stuff. He's just not. But he'll be on this Friday in the Non Sequitur Show, 5 o'clock, and it will be G-Man versus the world, and the world means everybody. It's a free-for-all. I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to have words with the G-Man and pick a topic kind of stuff. Because, apparently, I don't think he's a flat earther now. I think he moved away. I think he was flirting with flat earth for a while. I mean, Reds, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't know. It's so hard to tell when people flirt with flat earth. But I think I was flirting with it. But he still is absolutely young creationist. He still denies evolutionary theory. Just still doesn't know what the hell a dog is. Still doesn't know that dogs have dogs. So. And if you guys haven't watched the Pine Tree and Elephants story of G-Cat on my channel, go watch it. Yes, it's 2 hours long. I know this, but it is one of the funniest all-time hangouts I have ever been in or ever seen in my entire life. I had people messaging me going, thank you for reminding me that this even existed. I haven't watched this in years, or I've watched this so many times it's still funny. That hangout is brutally, hysterically funny. I mean, I still laugh. When G-Man puts that G-Cat in front of the camera, you just lose your shit. It's hilarious. Oh, Wicked T. Hi, Steve. I'm new here. Hi, welcome. So anyways, guys, I will be wrapping this up pretty soon. Do me a favor, though. Help promote this channel and the Non Sequitur Show. Ask your subscribers, because I don't promote much. I suck at it. I realize this. I never really have. But I'm tired of just being, the passive kind of person. I really am. Whether it works for me or not, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not afraid of failure. I've always tried. I've always, mostly succeeded. But, every so often you don't. You try a different avenue. Well, I'm just going to try to promote as best I can. I want to do some in real life stuff on the man on the street stuff. But I am asking for help. If you have a channel, if you have fees, but if you have anything, ask people to come subscribe to this channel and the Non Sequitur Show channel. If you want to be amazing, the Great Debate Community channel as well, whatever, but I don't want to overload people. But yeah, help out. And again, if you want to donate to the GoFundMe, and leave a message, something along the lines of screw trolls or screw fraud raiser cops, piss off, whatever you want. I don't care. I'll read it out. But I think I proved my point that these people are lying to you. There's no investigation. There's no abnormalities. There's nothing irregular. It's a perfectly fine GoFundMe for exactly what I used it for. I have all the receipts. I have all the bank records. I have all my credit card statements. It all went to legal fees. Every single freaking dime went to legal fees. And $5,000 on top of that. And that's not even including the $5,000 I spent for the Non Sequitur Show. So I've spent on my own money $10,000 since I've been on YouTube. And so people think that I'm grifting. They can piss right off. And and what's worse is the damn Grifties wouldn't even let my name on there. That sucks, dude. I mean, that I don't get it, man. I'm not even good enough for that. That's ridiculous. But anyways, what do you got? I mean, what is your guys' feedback on that before I end this? Like I said, I want to end this by 4 my time, which is 15 minutes. And pretty well. I do the triple S thing. The Navy call it the shit shower shave thing. It's just what I call it in the Navy. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm literally walking out the door. But I mean, what's your friends' feedback on it? That are you guys sick of these people playing like internet police and affecting real people? I mean, they didn't affect me too bad. Sure, I've been financially hit because of Kyle and other dishonest co-hosts and people related to the Non Sequitur show. Sure, I took a financial hit. I recognize this. But you know what? I'm still going. I'm still here. I've had my channel since 2013. That's almost 10 years I've been on YouTube. 10 years. And I'm still here. I've never had a TOS violation. Not one. Not a single solitary TOS violation on any channel. And you know how many times people have tried to report my channels and how many times I've had to be in touch with YouTube and explain to them what was going on when people have all these, this is personal information or PPI they call it, or this is this. And I, yes, you do have to sometimes talk to YouTube. Not always, but you get a message from them. Never once have they ever found against me. Not a single solitary time. And so people are harassing the people that are trying to call out the people that are doing the harassing. I know it's like a weird inception there, right? It really is. But I think you guys know this. I think you guys have been around and you see it firsthand now, and that's all that matters to me. Because the people that don't, they're never going to get it. They've never been the victim. They have no investment. Right? I know a lot of people that want a lot of reward, but no risk. And they have no right to be telling anybody else anything. The people that are out there speaking out, the people like Tia and Aaron and Nikki and Tina and Renell, they're putting their reputation on the line. They're putting their channels on the line. A lot of us have been harassed. I mean, when you get a fraudulent TRO because you dare speak out about somebody and they absolutely lie on the affidavits, then yeah, it's pretty personal, right? But unless you've experienced that, I don't expect people to feel the same way, right? I understand they empathize. Hi, Erica, how are you? Good to see you, Erica. I understand people empathize because you guys aren't sociopaths like they are. But I don't expect them to really feel the visceral reaction you have when you're being lied about and somebody is saying falsities, and blatantly so. And that's why I always tell people, come to me directly, because I will show you things in public private that I won't show in public. And even then, I keep things to myself, some things, just for this very reason. I mean, like Nikki's seen probably 98% of everything, but that other 2%, no. I don't think, I've never shown her my American Express bank statement or things of that nature, So I showed her a document the other day that only Nikki has seen. I don't think I've showed it to anybody else. I don't think I even showed it to Reds, to be honest with you. And so I compartmentalize too. I'll show, I might say, okay, I'll show this person this thing and I'll show this other person this thing in private, right? And that way, if something gets out, I kind of know where it comes from a little bit too. It's not like a canary trap, but it is, compartmentalization, something you learn in the military. Why do you think it's so hard for people to try to lie about me? Because I keep records. And now that I'm working, what are they going to do to me? What are they going to do? I'm not living off YouTube now as I was. I'm doing it because I want to. I do it as a hobby. And yes, it is a secondary source of income to me. And I should be okay with that. I know people that make 6 digits and still have a YouTube channel making 6 digits. And nobody says shit. I have a job, that I go to. And if I can make some secondary money off YouTube and the Non Sequitur show to even recoup the $10,000 I spent, why the hell not? What is wrong with that? How is that any different than anybody else trying to promote their channels and have a Patreon and have members and have GoFundMes and things of that nature? What's the difference? At least I put out content. At least I have things that people want to watch, because the Non Sequitur show is still freaking enjoyable. It's fun. I had James Freeman on. It was great. I had Potentially Criminal on. Great. Still going to do more stuff with him. And he's an actual lawyer and not a corrupt one. But I'm seeing so far, they do exist. At least an online lawyer, because a lot of the online lawyers, yeah, they're pretty crappy. Not all of them. Not all of them, again. Not all of them. But yeah, what's the difference? I mean, why am I singled out? Because, I do what everybody else on the internet does. And I've never promoted my own stuff. I've been really, really bad at it. I suck at it. And yes, my financial things from YouTube and everything else have gone down tremendously, but I accepted that because it's like, you have to put out the content that's worth having people watch, right? And I definitely think I have on the Non Sequitur Show and, my philosophy stuff, but I got to remember that stuff's not for everybody, right? Not everybody want to watch philosophy stuff. I get it. But if they find things entertaining, then that's what matters to me. So anyways, guys, I'm going to be wrapping this up. Mike says Chili DeCastro is going to win the Grifty. And you're probably right, Mike. You're probably right. Chili deserves to win. Don't get me wrong. He is a horrible, horrible, horrible human being, to say the least. Nick is a close second, in place. And, I don't think Nick is as horrible as Chili by any means. Nick has major issues. I find him to be, I'm just going to say, not the height of honesty. Nick Rikita had reached out to me on something relating to something. And even though he asked me a question and I gave him all the information he could ever wanted, he wasn't interested. He just did it for show. And I find that to be distasteful. You don't ask me questions if you're not interested in the answers. That's sea lioning. But anything else, guys, before I wrap this up? Like I said, I really do appreciate you all. I do ask if people can help me out by sharing this video, sharing other videos, trying to get people to sub. If you have your channel, put my link in the video description and ask people to come over, especially this channel, the Non Sequitur Show. I have no high in the sky expectations that the Non Sequitur Show is going to be anywhere near what it was, but I have things lined up. I have things I'm working on, and I want it to be fun, and I want to be laughing again, and I don't want to be so serious, and I'm not really into the debates, like, modern day debate, although I will be on modern day debate, I think, in a week or two. I will be debating, I don't know who I'm debating, I don't know this guy, but I know the topic, so that's all that matters, is my paper. And by the way, I told you guys, if Dr. Demi gets back to me after reading my paper, I'll let you know. Dr. Demi had read my paper, because my paper has significantly taken from Dr. Demi and Dr. Burgess Jackson. And it, quote, no substantial errors found. He gave me some suggestions when it came to weak implications. He said he probably would have done it a little bit differently, kind of, so to speak, and I don't disagree with him, but I think that it could be easily clarified, or at least inferred, that I'm not implying any kind of weak or logical entailment, but it's only an epistemic weak commitment. But I probably should have noted that in the paper. But it was very helpful to get feedback like that, because when I do a discussion on my paper, I at least can be aware that that's what I need to tell people, so they don't get the wrong conclusion from it. But as far as the logic, yeah, it's fine, it's valid. There's, like I said, there's no substantive errors anywhere. I have two PhDs review it and said no errors. So I think that's pretty telling. I'm really proud of that, because so many people wanted my paper to be public, and as soon as I made it public, everybody was quiet on it. Over 1,000 people have read my paper. It's on the top 1% of academic EDU. And yet only one person tried to refute it in a blog, and that was comical. And I did a review of his blog, and people that looked at his blog went, what the hell is he talking about? So it's kind of comical that the big name atheists, the Matt Dillahunties and the Aaron Ross of the world, have not tried to refute my paper. I think that's kind of hilarious. So anyways, Kim Walk says, go earn your honest day pay for an honest day work. I had planned to do that, and I'm leaving a little early because I left some chicken in the fridge the other day, and I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat first. Let's see. Statistics show says, check my comment above. Blah, blah, blah. Another Caddy C from Minnesota, rabid anti-vaxxer, has a warrant out for arrest 11 days after she was arrested for DUI. Let me read the rest. 30 watching, but 20 likes. Come on, smash that like. Yeah, these are, like I said, these videos, the spur of the moment videos don't get a lot of view because I don't promote them. I mean, I usually, if I put something at 24 hours in advance, then people at least hit the notifications. Don't forget to do that. If you see something you like, hit the notification button. But I'm going to check my GoFundMe one last time. Boom, here. But I do want to thank Red's Rhetoric. I want to thank King and Karen. Thank you guys very, very much. I'm going to continue every stream on all my channels to promote my GoFundMe. Even if it's just somebody just, like I said, even just for $1, $5, $10 with a message, I'm going to read that out. Just like what a super chat. But I'm going to do it through the GoFundMe because, one, they take out less, but that's not really the main reason. But the main reason is I want to piss people off. I want to piss off the people calling my fundraiser fraudulent because they have no right to do so when GoFundMe has absolutely said it's fine. And by the way, just FYI, the guarantee that they have is their guarantee. It has nothing to do with me. If they find that your credit card was used unauthorized, you say, oh, my son stole my card and he's 2 years old and he figured out how to donate. Yeah, they'll look into that and decide whether they give money, but it's out of GoFundMe. They have never once taken money out of my account. So anybody who thinks that you're harming people by fraudulently trying to ask for refunds, you're not. you're just screwing over GoFundMe. But it was different with Letitia. Letitia had a Cash App and other things, and she gave it out of her own bank account. Oh, okay, so there's a big difference there. But I thought I'd throw that out there. But I won't be personally addressing any of the trolls, any of the shitlords, any of these people. I have never have, and I never will. Once I stop having anything to do with a person, people notice. I just stop altogether responding to any of them. You never see me really respond to any of these people. When I do, it's few and far between, and I don't think anybody really should respond to them except for a handful of people that just have no personal interest. I have a personal interest, so to me it's different. But like Renelle, I don't think she has a personal interest per se, and so she does a really good objective commentary. Tia doesn't have really objective. She's objective, so she has no real personal interest. So I think she does a great job. But it's hard for myself that I know I have a personal vested interest with the shittiness of these people, knowing that they use my name just to get views. But at the same token, hey, you know what? At least my name still brings in views. At least people give a shit. They want to, attack me, or they don't want to attack me, or whatever. They want to claim I'm lying and I'm a horrible freaking human being. And by the way, if you guys want to watch something funny, go watch Erin's channel when they had. I didn't want to say her name, but I just somebody called her. What they call her? I don't remember. But I was going to say, her name's Holy Spackle. She's a nasty piece of work, just a nasty troll. And she came into Darren's live chat, and you can see firsthand what a really horrible human being's like. And that's somebody that I walked away with, from 5 years ago. She was a mod for my G+. So now you guys are beginning to see why we want nothing to do with these people. We will not talk about them on air. And anybody who sides with them, anybody that's associated with them, anybody that streams with them even, I will probably have severe reservations to do anything with. Because if you're allowing that into your world, then you probably have... I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking about like Erin. Erin had every right to bring her on the channel, and I'm not talking about Erin. But I'm talking about the people that actually not just... associate, but seem to like praise these people and condone their actions. And they're ubiquitous because they're lying to Molly Golightly. They're lying to Justin. They're lying to Tia. They're lying to all these people about, so many people that we know. And I just think that it's kind of interesting that all of them are just one big ball of fuckery, So, anyways, I do gotta go. It's before 4 o'clock. Thank you guys. I'm just rambling at this point, but I like talking to you guys, man. I really, honest to God, do. I do this because I enjoy it, and you guys listen, and that means a lot to me. So, thank you, my mods. Thank you for the people that donated the GoFundMe. I will be having this GoFundMe open, and if you want to screw over trolls, leave me a message, and the next stream I will read it out because I'll be at work tonight, so I won't be able to tell. But I appreciate you guys donating to my GoFundMe. It's the same thing like a super chat, or same thing like a when you leave a message, you can donate there too. But this way through the fundraiser, at least you get to stick it to these people that are screwing everybody over. And, I think that's fun. So, William Peterson, 666, the number of the beast. My truth is that Steve is a meanie poopy head. That is an absolute fact. Hell and Fire was born to be released. Good night, all.